Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Right now at 10, police are asking for your help in finding a Winona woman. Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Emily Haugen. The Winona Police Department is asking for the public's help to find a missing woman. Winona Police said in a Facebook post Saturday that Madeline Jane Kingsbury has not been seen since the morning of March 31st. That's yesterday. She's pictured here with curly shoulder-length brown hair and brown eyes. Winona Police ask that anyone with information contacts Winona Police at 507-457-6492. If you'd like to stay anonymous too, you can also contact Winona Area Crime Stoppers at 507-457-6530. And Wisconsin Supreme Court candidate Dan Kelly made a campaign stop in West Salem today. Kelly is a constitutionalist, and he spoke with supporters about preserving and upholding the rule of law. He already served on the court from 2016 until 2020. Kelly says he believes his past experience on the court gives him an advantage in the Supreme Court race.
The body of scholarship that I've developed during my time serving the people of Wisconsin as one of their Supreme Court justices has been cited, quoted, or relied upon hundreds of times by courts here in Wisconsin and all around the country.
Now, News 8 Now reached out to his opponent, Janet Protasewicz, for comment. In response, she said in part, quote, "We feel confident that Wisconsinites are ready for change and that they know how much is at stake in this race. People want a court that's fair, impartial, and doesn't compromise their constitutional rights for extreme political agendas. Dan Kelly is a right-wing extremist who will uphold Wisconsin's criminal abortion ban and threaten our democracy," unquote. You can read her full statement on our website. That's news8000.com. And a new parking ramp fee structure begins on Monday. Instead of having the first hour free during daytime hours, those parking in ramps will pay $1 per hour for every hour. There's an $8 maximum. Parking is still free during overnight hours, though, and on weekends. So that starts Monday. Federal and local authorities are ratcheting up security in Lower Manhattan ahead of former President Trump's arraignment, which is expected to take place on Tuesday. Sources tell CBS News the grand jury voted to indict Trump on more than 24 counts. Now there's word that at least one of them is a felony charge. CBS's Michael George has the latest.
A source familiar with the indictment of Donald J. Trump tells CBS News the former president is being charged with falsifying business records in the first degree, a felony.
Paying hush money is not illegal. Falsifying business records is.
The charge stems from alleged hush money paid to adult film star Stormy Daniels. The indictment, handed down by a New York grand jury, remains sealed until his arraignment, expected on Tuesday, when the former president would surrender to authorities in New York. His attorney says there'll be no plea deal.
This is a case that would not have been brought against another individual in this country if his name wasn't Donald Trump.
CBS News has also learned Trump will not be handcuffed, but is expected to have his mugshot taken just before the arraignment. Security around the Lower Manhattan courthouse is very tight.
A lone wolf who is not bragging on social media that he's going to do this or going to do that. It's the unknown that's always a great concern.
While in Washington, additional barricades and security remain outside the U.S. Capitol. Near Trump's Palm Beach estate, protesters gathered again Saturday. After the arraignment, the former president is expected to return to Florida. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis spoke about the indictment in a speech Saturday to conservatives meeting in Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. He accused the Democratic prosecutor in New York, Alvin Bragg, of weaponizing the law for political purposes and bringing a case against a former president.
Well, a good late Saturday evening to you. We're looking at highs today, and it was cool after we had the rain and snow showers overnight and into early this morning. 40 was the high in Eau Claire, 45 here in La Crosse, 41 in Viroqua, almost 50 degrees in Boscobel, 30s for highs to our north and west. So here's the view. At 5 o'clock this morning, we had some snow showers. Really didn't accumulate hardly at all here in the city of La Crosse. A little bit on some of the surrounding ridge tops. Boy, to the north was a different story. I'll have some snowfall reports for you coming up. Nice little sunset this evening with a few high clouds moving through earlier as that sunset at about, well, 7:32 to be exact. Skies are clear across the region right now. Current temperatures 28 in Eau Claire, 33 here in La Crosse, also 33 in Viroqua, and 30 in Winona. So clear to partly cloudy overnight, seasonably cool. Lows in the 20s for most, including about 29 in La Crosse with fairly light winds. Now it's going to be milder tomorrow. Then I'm watching another potentially strong storm system eerily similar to the one we saw on Friday. That's coming up on Tuesday. I'll talk about that in just a few minutes.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Bill. Community members got together for a day of fun in West Salem, all for students and athletes with differing abilities. Families could take part in bowling, bingo, raffles, and a silent auction. Money raised benefits the Project Live and Adapted Sports League programs in Holman schools. Coach and teacher Nicholas Slusser says the Adapted Sports League has been crowdfunded from the start, and it wouldn't be possible without community support.
Well, the students and athletes and the families don't have to pay for anything. We are able to provide the educational tools, the opportunities, the experiences, equipment, school supplies for them, so the burden's not on them. So we just find a fun way to make money so everybody wins in the end.
Slusser also says a rewarding part of the project is when his Project Live students go back to the businesses who made today possible. He says it's an opportunity for them to say thank you and show the community that they are making a difference. And in exciting spring news, the All Abilities Train Park opened up for the season today. The All Abilities Train Park is La Crosse's only seasonal park. And what makes that park special? It can be used by anybody.
My favorite part is the music because it's just really like a fun melody to play, and the workout because you then get to get that workout in the swings.
So there is something for everyone. After a long winter, the park will open up every day at 7 in the morning and close at sunset. Coming up on News 8 Now this weekend, ramping it up. How one nonprofit is making getting around a little easier for one Vietnam veteran. That's coming up later. But first, an excellent April Fool's Day prank down in Missouri. How one police department pitched adding alpacas to its force. That's coming up. Stay with us.
Closeouts and clearances, deals and sales, pickup or delivery. It's tax return season at Black River Furniture Outlet. Shop great prices on Ashley, Catnapper, and Bestcraft furnishings. Buy sectionals, sofas, and recliners with power options. Accessorize with pieces like lamps, hanging art, and the area's largest selection of rugs. Winter is the best time to get cozy on a new mattress. Try out hybrid, double-sided, and all-foam mattresses on an adjustable base today. Family and veteran-owned, Black River Furniture and Cabin Outlet, Black River Falls.
Migraine hits hard, so you hit back with Ubrelvy. You put it all on the line. One dose of Ubrelvy quickly stops migraine in its tracks within 2 hours.
Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Most common side effects were nausea and tiredness.
Ask about Ubrelvy, the anytime, anywhere migraine medicine.
It's time to nominate your favorite businesses for Best of La Crosse County. Make your nominations in each category now through December 31st. The top 5 in each category will advance to the voting round. Go to bestoflacrossecounty.com. Presented by River Valley Remodelers.
Federal regulators give over-the-counter approval to a drug used to treat overdoses. And just how many steps a day do you really need to make a positive impact on your health? Michael George has a look at the week's top health stories.
Pharmacy and grocery store shelves will soon stock the overdose treatment drug naloxone. The Food and Drug Administration approved over-the-counter sales under the brand name Narcan. If given in time, the nasal spray blocks the brain from the effects of street drugs like heroin and fentanyl, and prescription opioids like oxycodone. Unintentional drug overdose is a leading cause of preventable death in the U.S. U.S. hospitals are seeing a rise in children with mental health conditions. A report published in JAMA saw pediatric emergency department visits increase by 26% between 2009 and 2019 due to mental health diagnoses. In 2019, the majority of youth hospitalizations included a diagnosis of attempted suicide, suicidal ideation, or self-injury. And walking 8,000 steps just a couple days a week may have meaningful health benefits. Researchers in Japan and California tracking more than 3,000 adults found walking at least 8,000 steps 1 to 2 days a week was linked with a lower overall risk of dying and a reduced risk of dying from cardiovascular problems. Those are some of the week's top health stories. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Okay, so in a different vein, we've got a great April Fool's prank for you down in Missouri. So the St. Charles County Police Department celebrated April Fool's Day with this video on their Facebook page. They've introduced the Special Alpaca Unit. They said alpaca, of course, means animals learning, policing, and community assistance. So here you can hear the ad for yourself.
Here at St. Charles County, we're always looking for new and exciting ways to strengthen our department to better serve our community. We have canines, motorcycle unit, SWAT, but we're trying to develop a brand new unit, the first of its kind in the country, the Alpaca Unit.
So a Missouri alpaca farm helped supply their prank, and don't worry, they say no alpacas were harmed in the making of that one. Coming up on News 8, coming together after a tragedy. A Wisconsin town is working together to rebuild after severe storms tore through their part of the state.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grawl. It was a rather cool end of the month of March, 4 days in a row with below average highs. Today was cool as well, but what does the next week or so have in store? I'll have the answer with your 8-day forecast coming up next.
Ashley's anniversary mattress sale is going on now. Celebrate decades of restful nights with incredible value on Ashley Sleep mattresses. And for a limited time, receive a free adjustable base upgrade with the purchase of an Ashley Sleep Align mattress set, only at Ashley.
I'm going for Judge Janet
Protasiewicz? You don't need to know how to say Protasiewicz to know that Judge Janet believes in abortion rights, fairness, and public safety.
Protasiewicz.
There are too many options.
How do we decide what hotel to book? Fear not, I got you. Who are you? I'm your fairy hotel mother.
What is happening?
Let me help you pick a hotel you feel good about.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands with a hotel for every type of stay. Like a comfort with the kiddos.
Ooh, spacious.
Or a Cambria Hotel downtown for just the two of you. Hold my wand, don't wave it at anything. Get the best price by booking direct at choicehotels.com.
Yeah!
What did I say?
On abortion rights, do you want extremist Dan Kelly holding the gavel? Kelly wants abortion banned even in cases of rape, incest, and the health of the mother. He'll uphold the 1849 criminal abortion law that allows doctors and nurses to be jailed for performing abortions. And he'll strip women of their freedom to make their own decision on abortion. So don't give Dan Kelly a gavel with your vote. He's just too extreme.
Hello, I'm Christy Halenka, Reading Program Chair at Viterbo University. Viterbo is proud to serve our area communities by providing programs that produce quality educators and leadership in our schools. Viterbo University is once again partnering with News 8 to recognize outstanding classroom teachers in the area. We look forward to working with generations of teachers and change agents for years to come. Do you know a top-notch teacher? Then go online to news8000.com or write to this address.
Extremist Dan Kelly wants abortion banned, even in cases of rape and the health of the mother. Kelly will uphold Wisconsin's 1849 abortion ban that strips women of their freedom to make personal decisions on abortion.
This year at Ashley's anniversary sale, we were able to secure a more affordable price on the same great quality as before, and we're passing those savings on to you. And bonus savings on outdoor furniture. Plus, we're offering 5 years special financing, only at Ashley.
Visit the Early Bird Home Show going on now at the Ford Store Home Improvements. Lowest prices of the year on your 2023 project. Windows, bathrooms, and more. You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Communities in Greene County are picking up the pieces after being hit hard by violent storms that tore through southern Wisconsin Friday night. WISC's Braden Ross has the story.
Here in Greene County, debris littering the fields and structures like the one behind me leveled. People still working to pick up the pieces after a devastating storm.
I mean, that's always happens after a storm like this. Everybody tries to help.
Saturday morning, a community coming together to clean up after severe storms tear across southern Wisconsin.
Reports, I probably have 24 reports of damage to property. Some of those, like I said, range from a trampoline or a kid's play set being tossed, into the neighbor's yard or something like that. There are some outbuildings, I'll call them, that are down, some cattle barns that lost the siding on or whatever, but and then maybe a half dozen houses that had some more moderate damage.
One house in Decatur sustaining significant damage and leaving a family displaced. and barns and farm structures across the area leveled. The owner of this farm telling me they're still processing the loss of places that held generations of memories.
A lot of minor damage, but a lot of, more moderate damage in there also. I don't think the numbers are going to be high enough for any kind of declaration, so it's mainly advising people to contact their insurance agent and work through them.
But as Greene County works to recover, many just trying to focus on what's most important.
We were fortunate, no injuries that I'm aware of yet. So,
in Greene County, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
And further north, more than 8 inches of fresh snow fell in parts of Minneapolis overnight into Saturday. The National Weather Service reported. Take a look at that. Looks very different from La Crosse. The NWS says conditions would be pleasant on Saturday. I guess like we know now that they were, but advised commuters in the area to be aware of snow-covered roads. Well, Bill, I'm glad we didn't get either of those.
Yeah.
Very mellow compared to both of those situations.
Yeah,
thankfully.
Just a couple isolated large hail reports around here on Friday, but the tornadic threat stayed to our south, which was good. And then overnight, we had some snow in parts of the area, but hardly any here in La Crosse. But as you saw the images up in the Twin Cities, and take a look at some of these reports. So it went from really no snow to a lot of snow. Ladysmith, 15 inches of snow last night and early this morning. Baldwin, 14 inches. As you heard, the Twin Cities, anywhere from 7 to 13 inches were the reports around the metro area. Menominee over 5 inches, Chippewa Falls 5 inches, in the Eau Claire area about 2 to 4 inches of snow. I guess the silver lining about snow this time of year, it generally doesn't stick around too long, but they've had so much snow upriver, especially around the Twin Cities, that they continue to have a lot of snow on the ground. In fact, the Twin Cities up to their 3rd snowiest winter ever on record, and that's why the flood threat for the main channel of the Mississippi is quite high. And by the way, 1 to 2 inches of rainfall around here, and that has the Black River running high and above flood stage around Black River Falls and down towards Galesville eventually, and the Yellow River around Necedah is running quite high as well. So watch those 2 rivers. 45 the high today, 32 the low, so below average once again. We ended the month of March on the cool side, and we're starting the month of April much the same. 82 and 7 the records. 82'd feel pretty nice, wouldn't it? Probably downright hot, and just 3/100ths of an inch of liquid after midnight last night, and a trace of snow out at the La Crosse airport. A couple tenths of an inch of snow on the ridge tops above La Crosse. 33 degrees, clear sky. 35 here at the station, and the Mississippi up to 7.16 feet, and that trend will continue. It'll continue to rise over the next week or two as all of that rain and snow melt makes its way down the main channel of the river. Boy, it's suddenly really dark in Eau Claire. There you go. It must have heard me. There's the cam. 27 degrees with a clear sky in the Chippewa River. That also came up, but now it's starting to fall. 764.9 feet, responding to the heavier rainfall over the past 24 to 36 hours. Current temperatures, 20s and 30s. So seasonably cool readings for tonight. 27 in Eau Claire, 25 up in Red Wing, 33 in La Crosse, 29 in Boscobel, right at freezing in Prairie du Chien. Winds are light or calm, so wind chill is not a concern tonight. Skies are crystal clear across the tri-state. Now we will have some clouds moving in advance of a warm front. And as that warm front crosses the area tomorrow, it'll bring some clouds, maybe some sprinkles or flurries along the front to the north, but otherwise it's going to usher in some south winds and milder temperatures as we head into the day on Sunday. So Sky Tracker shows those clouds rolling in for the morning. Here's that little batch of light precipitation that a lot of the models are indicating north of La Crosse. Again, it wouldn't amount to much at all, but maybe as you head out to the church services tomorrow morning, maybe some rain or snow showers, brief ones. And then the winds crank up from the south and southwest. That's going to help warm temperatures into the 50s, maybe flirting with 60 degrees if we see enough sunshine in spots, especially to the south. Now on Monday, some snow showers to the north, some rain showers to the south. We should stay dry in between with a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures tomorrow, I think we're going to stay in the upper 50s, but again, if we see more sunshine than I'm expecting tomorrow afternoon, we could flirt with that 60-degree mark in La Crosse. Best chances for low 60s down to the south, and then quite a bit cooler as we head back to the north, 54 in Osseo and Mondovi, and then right around 50 for Chippewa Falls, 52 in Eau Claire. And again, our model indicating that slight chance of some light precipitation in our northern communities tomorrow morning. So 29 tonight, clear for most of the night. Those clouds roll in towards morning. Tomorrow, sprinkles or flurries to the north, otherwise mostly to partly cloudy, breezy, so that's going to make those 50s feel a little bit cooler, but definitely an improvement over today. 56 on Monday. Now watch Tuesday. Again, another potent storm system. Unfortunately, it looks eerily similar to the setup yesterday. So we could see some rain and some thunderstorms and even a severe threat, especially to our south. It looks like we'll be on the northern fringe again, but we'll have to watch that. Rain and snow showers, light ones on Wednesday, windy and cooler. 40s for highs on Wednesday and Thursday, and then back in the 50s later next week. But kind of crazy to have an unseasonably strong storm system yesterday and one that almost looks identical setting up for Tuesday. So that could be unfortunate for the areas that saw the damaging weather yesterday. Might be under high risks again, or like level 4, maybe even high risk again, level 5 on Tuesday. Just something to watch, especially to our south.
Keep an eye on the app, right?
Yep, exactly.
All right, thanks, Bill.
All right.
Coming up in sports, a breakdown of tonight's final 4 games, and the Brewers were going for their first win of the season in Game 2 against the Cubs. Kate has those highlights after the break.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Whether you need routine care or specialty care, Mayo Clinic Health System offers the best options for care where and when you and your family needs it.
Morning. Hardee's 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast starts your day with made from scratch sausage and egg biscuits, biscuit and gravy, or sweet cinnamon roll. Pick any 2, just $5. My rewards members get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
It's the Hy-Vee Mega Meat Sale this Friday through Sunday. Ground beef, just $2.98 for a 1-pound roll. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve Filet Mignon, just $7.99. And Hy-Vee Chicken Drumsticks or Thighs, only $1.18 a pound. Only at Hy-Vee.
On abortion rights, do you want extremist Dan Kelly holding the gavel? Kelly wants abortion banned even in cases of rape, incest, and the health of the mother. He'll uphold the 1849 criminal abortion law that allows doctors and nurses to be jailed for performing abortions. And he'll strip women of their freedom to make their own decision on abortion. So don't give Dan Kelly a gavel with your vote. He's just too extreme.
A man brutally attacked and sexually assaulted a woman. The victim spent endless nights unable to sleep, plagued by nightmares. Judge Janet Protasewicz called the offender many females' worst nightmare, but she cut his sentence to only 2.5 years in prison. Judge Janet's dangerous judgment puts our families at risk. That's why sheriffs throughout Wisconsin support Dan Kelly. He's the only candidate we can trust to keep violent felons off our streets. On April 4th, vote Justice Dan Kelly. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Don't miss the Hy-Vee Mega Meat Sale this Friday through Sunday. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve New York Strips, just $5.99. 8-ounce pork chops, 3 for just $5. And Wild Alaska Dungeness Crab Clusters, only $9.99 a pound. Only at Hy-Vee.
It's the Hardee's Star Deal Combo. Get a Hardee's Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger, crispy 3-piece hand-breaded chicken tenders, or original hot ham and cheese with a small fry and drink for just $5.99. My rewards members get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Kate Overton.
It's now day 3 of the MLB season, and I hope none of you are tired of it because we've got a long way to go. Earlier this afternoon, the Brewers were trying to bounce back after an opening day loss that lacked offense, and early on in this one, the offense was nowhere to be seen. Justin Steele striking out Willy Adames in the first, just 3 hits in the first 6 innings for the Brewers, but luckily, Brandon Woodruff was dealing. 3rd inning, Woody striking out Tucker Barnhart, and then in the 4th, Ian Happ with a man on second. And just look at that changeup, gets him swinging. Next batter, Cody Bellinger. That fastball paints the inside corner. 8 strikeouts and only gave up 3 hits, but one of those was costly. 2 outs, full count, and Ian Happ is going to take this one deep. A solo home run to right field, and that gives the Cubs the lead. But here come the Brewers. 8th inning, 2-on, and Jesse Winker comes up clutch. A base hit into center field. That's going to bring around Brian Anderson all the way from second, and just like that, we're all tied at 1. Later in the inning, bases loaded for William Contreras, and the newcomer is going to play hero. A bloop single out to right field. 2 runs are going to come in and score. Brewers take a 3-1 lead, and then Devin Williams in for the save. Gets the strikeout to end the game. 3-1 the final. Brewers finish with 3 runs on 6 hits, and just like that, we've got a 5-way tie in the NL Central. These 2 teams go again tomorrow. And for our Minnesota fans, the Twins down in KC looking for win number 2. I guess this is not the Twins highlights, but you know, we're just going to skip ahead to the full screen. The Twins did get the win, 2-0 over KC. Their 2nd straight game winning 2-0 over Kansas City. They're now 2-0 on the year. They'll go again tomorrow. And tonight on CBS was the men's Final Four semifinal games. First up, it was Florida Atlantic and San Diego State, back and forth all night long. And when one team went on a run, the other would answer. Late in the game, FAU up one with a chance to take the lead, but the shot is not good enough. Off the glass, San Diego State going the other way with a chance to win it. Lamont Butler, 5 seconds left. Buzzer beater. Is he going to get it? And he does. Game over. San Diego State wins it 72-71 on the biggest stage. Butler delivers. Then in the second game of the night, it was UConn taking on the University of Miami. This one not as competitive. UConn has been dominant all tournament long, and that did not change tonight. The Huskies got the win, and that sets up this. San Diego State and UConn facing off for the national championship. This is the first time San Diego will play in the national final. UConn has won it 4 times in the past and is going for number 5. This one sets to tip on Monday at 8:20 p.m. And tomorrow we've got the women's national championship game, and the Iowa Hawkeyes are representing the Big Ten. The first time a Big Ten team has made it to the national title game since 2005 when Michigan State was there. And if you haven't been able to watch Caitlin Clark, she's must-see TV. In fact, the semifinal game last night against South Carolina was the most watched college basketball game on ESPN since 2008, and it took over social media as everyone on Twitter was talking about the game. If you haven't been able to see her, no worries. You'll have one more chance tomorrow as the Hawkeyes take on LSU in the national title game. And I promise I'm not saying this because I'm an Iowa grad. She is worth the watch. A quick look ahead to tomorrow. Not a lot of games left in the NBA season, but the Bucks have another big one against the 76ers. Milwaukee still has a 2-game lead on Boston for first place in the East, and if they lose this one tomorrow, things will be very interesting down the stretch. That's all I've got for tonight, but stay tuned. More news after the break.
Taco John's crispy fried chicken taco is as good as it gets. But if creamy, hatch chili-filled queso makes everything better, is this taco too good? You be the judge.
Try 2 new queso fried chicken tacos for $6 at Taco John's.
Never were my girl. You can burn my clothes when I'm gone. Or you can tell my lips to tell my feet to boogie.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
She locked him in his room, starved her son to death. The 16-year-old boy weighed only 42 pounds when he died. She could have got 25 years, but she got lucky. Judge Janet Protasewicz set her free. No time in prison. He strangled and raped his 79-year-old aunt. He faced 25 years, but he got lucky too. Protasewicz let him off with only 5. Tell Judge Protasewicz this is not justice. Stop protecting criminals.
Shake up how you wake up with a bolder breakfast at Taco John's. Hit snooze on the same old, and bite into crispy potato olays, bacon, and nacho cheese. It's always a good day for nacho cheese.
Get 2 meat and potato breakfast burritos for just $6, only at Taco John's.
A 76-year-old Vietnam veteran in Kentucky is now able to get in and out of his house more easily thanks to a brand new ramp. It's all thanks to a nonprofit project from a company known to come to your house but never enter. Marissa Burke has the story.
Piece by piece, after about 4 hours of labor, the Ray family's newest addition is complete.
Man, I wasn't expecting nothing like this.
The UPS Foundation teamed up with nonprofit Ramp It Up to change the way 76-year-old veteran David Ray gets around.
Everybody thinks UPS just delivers packages. Well, we also deliver what matters, and we're delivering this family a wheelchair ramp today.
Just a few weeks ago, Ray fell down the steps. His wife worried about more accidents happening, so she reached out to Ramp It Up. Now, the Rays are the 7th family in Louisville and 208th nationwide to receive a ramp from the organization. They're also one of the few with a UPS-funded ramp.
You got in your car today, got your keys, and you left. Well, some people can't do that if they got an amputee or they can't get out of their house. So they need ramps like this. You know, that's why I say the 3 things that this is all about is freedom, independence, and accessibility. Some people don't have that, and by having a wheelchair ramp, you get that back. You provide them with that.
About 20 UPS workers volunteered to build the wheelchair ramp for Mr. Ray. The UPS Foundation funds charitable organizations like Ramp It Up throughout the country. Whether it's a package delivery or a ramp, UPS wants to help.
It's not all about getting attention for it. It's just about making sure we're out just trying to help people. We're not in it for the attention or the publicity. It's just a matter of us just going out and just trying to help people who need help. That's really what it's all about.
Ramp It Up puts requests through an application process, and sometimes insurance will cover it. The organization focuses on people who can't get ramps through their insurance providers. We'll be right back.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Ashley's anniversary mattress sale is going on now. Celebrate decades of restful nights with incredible value on Ashley Sleep mattresses. And for a limited time, receive a free adjustable base upgrade with the purchase of an Ashley Sleep Align mattress set, only at Ashley.
Soon, you'll be headed to the polls to decide the future of our state. And here's my promise to you. I'll look at every case in a fair, impartial manner. And I'll follow the law and our Constitution. As a prosecutor and as a judge, I've put dangerous criminals in jail. I've fought to guard our rights and our freedom. That's exactly what I'll do on the Supreme Court. I'm Judge Janet Protasewicz, and I'm asking for your vote by April 4th.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you. For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Officers risk their lives to protect your families.
But law enforcement's hands are tied when judges like Janet Protasewicz refuse to hold dangerous criminals accountable.
Including a man who brutally raped a 13-year-old girl and posted a video of it to Facebook. Monsters like him belong in prison. Judge Janet disagrees.
Wisconsin sheriffs are supporting Dan Kelly for Supreme Court. He enforces the rule of law, not the rule of Janet.
Vote Daniel Kelly for Wisconsin Supreme Court.
This year at Ashley's anniversary sale, we were able to secure a more affordable price on the same great quality as before, and we're passing those savings on to you. And bonus savings on outdoor furniture. Plus, we're offering 5 years special financing only at Ashley.
Again, clear to partly cloudy overnight. We'll drop to about 29 degrees here in La Crosse, but temperatures do start to rise pretty quickly tomorrow morning as a warm front lifts across the area. Probably some passing clouds with that, maybe some light rain or snow showers primarily to the north, but most spots stay dry tomorrow. And look at that, 58, so a nice rebound in temperatures. Breezy though, 56 on Monday. Watching Tuesday for a chance of rain and some thunderstorms. And like yesterday, we may be on the northern fringe of a severe weather threat across the country. Windy and cooler Wednesday, some lingering light rain or snow showers, highs back in the 40s, but 50s do return later next week. But again, keep an eye on Tuesday. We'll keep you updated over the next couple of days.
Awesome. Good weather, not so good weather for baseball. We'll see. We'll see.
Tomorrow.
At least we've got some 50s kind of surrounding those
Thank goodness.
not so great days. So.
Thanks for watching News 8.